Alright, this is going to be a short Photoshop Friday, but a fun one nonetheless. So as always, when you get to the screen, sign in with your Google account. You click Other User. See if you can figure it out just by my keystrokes. Alright, Enterprise ID, all set. Sign out of some other computer. Today I'm going to upload a picture to my home folder. So that I have it there, and then I'm going to come into Photoshop, close the home folder, come into Photoshop, go to this PC, go to home folder, and it was called background. Yes, I had so much fun playing Among Us at Club on Friday, I decided to make it the theme of this week's Photoshop Friday. So today we're going to learn about opacity. Some of you heard me ramble about it the other days this week, but we're going to go over it for a Photoshop Friday. As you can see here, we have just one picture and one layer. What I need now is another picture, and I'm going to put it inside of this. Let's go find a picture of me. If you're wondering why that auto-filled, it's because I practiced this before I recorded it, not because I search myself all the time, but believe it if you want. Okay, great. There's Mr. Barber. Rip, Mr. Barber. Alright, so the point is not to find a picture of me today, it's actually to find an imposter. Here we go. We got an imposter failing right here. Let's save this guy's picture. Bradley Reeves. For some reason he shows up when you Google my name. I have no idea who this guy is. I didn't go to the College of Engineering. I did go to NC State, but he doesn't even look like me that much. He's got a beard and glasses. I've got about 150 pounds on this guy. We're going to upload the Bradley picture. And close the home folder, and then I'm going to go into Photoshop and place embedded. And the picture, here's a quick tip, if you just type the name of the file you want, it will find it for you. Wonderful. So now I'm going to make it a little larger to make it look like he's actually inside of the spacesuit. Let's say here. And so, talking about today's lesson, I'm going to lower the opacity on his picture before I place it, so I can figure out exactly where I want it to go. There, looks pretty good, maybe a little bit bigger. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to place it, and this step is complete. So the background layer is still locked. There's a little lock you can notice here. I want to unlock that background layer, and I want to put the Bradley guy behind it, because he's going to show through from behind it. So now this layer went from being named background to just layer 0. And I'm going to use the quick select tool. To get to the quick select tool, right click up here on this button, and go to quick select. Now I can paint inside this blue area, and Photoshop will select it all for me. Notice how it works by finding the edge. It didn't get this finger in there because it detected a sharp edge. Now that I have this part selected, I can right click and tell it layer via cut. And that moves this clear blue part to a different layer. You can see he's behind it now. So what we're going to do is lower the opacity on this layer to make him kind of show through. I'm going to play with it a little. That's pretty good. And I think his head needs to be a little bigger. So I'm going to go back to the Bradley layer. I'm going to go to Edit, Free Transform. This is, you can't use Control T on the app stream because it will open a new tab in Chrome. So you're going to have to get to it by going to Edit, Free Transform. But this is a very important tool that we will use all the time. And it gives you this box back. So I'm going to make this dude a little bit bigger. Put him more in here. If you want to stretch it in a way that is not constrained, you can turn off the constraint by clicking this button up here, which will maintain its aspect ratio. So if I want to stretch his face out some, I could do it like that. Yeah, not the mustache, just the eyes and the nose. Perfect. When you're done, hit the check mark. And there we go. We've made an imposter Phelan. So when you're finished, go to File, Export. Quick export as PNG. Type in imposter Phelan. Please spell it correctly. I don't care. Spell it wrong. I'm a teacher, not a cop. And then once it's in your home folder, your home folder will appear empty. Okay, there are the files. Then scroll on down to the eyes, because everything's in alphabetical order. H, I, and then when I click it, it downloads, and I can upload that file to Google Classroom. All right, so your mission today is to make a Photoshop Friday using the opacity tool, and it needs to be based on Among Us. If you haven't played the game, I highly recommend it. It's a social deduction game. It's very fun. A lot of you are a lot better at it than I am, considering I didn't survive a single round. All right, have fun.